As you're working on your storyboard, that book of the American Revolution, some of the special features you should notice is that in the scenes section, at the end of that menu, it says more. The close ups, that's where you would see these battle scenes as well as the crowd viewing, which is what I used here. Have the crowd, and over here is the battle scene. For the battle scene, one thing to point out is this one was the British looking uniform, and I picked this one for the regular militia volunteer people on the colonist side. So with those though, I had to crop them. So when you take that, for instance, you take one and you want to use it, but you don't want to use the whole thing. You just want half of it because you want to keep the Americans visible, the colonists looking ones. You crop it. Okay. So that's how you can then crop the same, also crop the colonist one. So just have one side. The other thing is you may not always have all of the features uh, found easily here on the menu. So for instance, yeah, I searched for scroll to put that there, and I also searched for a crate. I had to search for that. And so I was excited to find that they had a crate, and you can see the other options that I have here, but I chose this one and that worked well for the Boston Tea Party scene. Besides that, it's so great. They have 1600s to 1800s time period people. So you can look through here for those that look like they were colonists, British, uh, part of the militia. So here you might have this one may look like a French person as they did ally with the colonists. And I thought this one looked like the King George one, but as you see, that's wearing yellow. So when I put him here, I chose, the British red, white, and blue. And then this guy, he looks like he's the head lieutenant that would speak with the king, but not in blue. The blue would be more French military uniform. So I changed the color to make him red. If you recall, you can go here and it tells you, it has the different options. Once you select there, different options for what you can uh, do with the colors, but also you can open to edit the pose, right? So you can change his facial expression. You can have him facing the king with the back to us, and that sort of thing. The other thing is you can change the scene to make the scene a different time. So instead of having a daytime scene, I wanted the nighttime scene. And as you see, I can change the weather as well. I can even change the weather. Okay, so I put dark because it was the night before. I also figured it's dark, so I'm going to make him look like he's in shadow. Okay, so you can adjust the way his head is. You can add a 5 o'clock shadow, other kinds of beards. And I made him look like he was sitting. And I also put his hands in his pockets because then that made it look like he was on the horse. But all I did is I put him down first and then I put the horse up in front of him. Um, and yes, filters. Filters is how I was able to adjust to make it look like it was kind of dark. So I went around looking for which one fit what I wanted to show, and what I ended up doing with the colors, adding that shadow. Okay, so those are the key things. You do also have maps here. I just looked for the 13 colonies. Just put 13 colonies. And I picked that and then I edited it. So that's what you can do. Have a good time. There are lots of other things you can check out, even uploading, but then you have to worry about copywriting. So you can find plenty of other things here without having to upload.